Hey guys, it's JonTaun from Total Brohammer, and as you can see, today we'll be manning the Empire. So, I'm going for a bit of a themed fun build today. So as you can see, I got Steam Tank here, and along with him, I have an Arch Lector, a Fire Wizard, and a Warrior Priest. So we're all about fire, and we are all about armor. Even though, you know, the Warrior Priest here, as armored as he looks, only has 50 armor. But at least you know the Arch Lector is he's got 95 armor, same as a greatsword. He also has a lot more armor than a greatsword, so that's pretty strange. But you know what? CA is CA. So we are fighting the Tomb Kings today, and of course I do have Steam Tank, and I also have the Hammer, which is back here. Got two Knights of the Blazing Sun for some extra fire damage. 3 swordsmen, 2 great swords, and 2 spearmen. As you can see, my opponent's already coming in here with his 2 carrion, and so I'm immediately bringing my Knights of the Blazing Sun and getting ready to collapse on these guys and hopefully destroy them really fast. Meanwhile, I'm having my artillery start shooting at his Sphinx, well, his lord here, which is Settra the Imperishable. Looks like he's got a front line of, looks like 2 spearmen on each side and 3 halberd in the middle, as well as a necrotech, a Tomb Scorpion, and the Blessed Legion of Focus. So we got the Steam Tank over here, and they're getting some good shots in Settra the Imperishable, and there's that Sphinx of Yusuf I mentioned. So he came down here with his carrion. As you can see, they charged from the Knights of the Blazing Sun. Now we have a collapse. These guys are going to be able to kill them really fast. So they did kill half the unit, but all the cannons are fine, so we'll just be able to keep on shooting, and he has lost both his carrion. So were I him, I would have waited until my Knights of the Blazing Sun were occupied somewhere else. Alright, so I'm just going to engage across the front line. I know this halberds are armor piercing, so I'm going to send my swordsman against the halberds. I'm going to have my great swords go take care of these swordsmen first. Sorry, spearmen. And again, the Steam Tank and the Hammer of the Witches are just going to keep on shooting at his lord here. Going to be sending my Knights of the Blazing Sun around the flank here, and it's time for that Arch Lector and the Warrior Priest to get in combat. As you see, you're going to have a charge coming in here from the great swords onto the spears. So it'll be a pretty one-sided fight, but these spears, being unbreakable, will last forever. So I'm bringing my Knights of the Blazing Sun around the sides, and we're going to be doing charges on just all its infantry, and then we're going to come over here and start shooting at this West Legion of Focus. So as you can see, his Sphinx of Yusuf is immediately going for the Steam Tank, which is a good idea. But we have done some good cannon fire on his Settra the Imperishable. So as you can see, I got the Arch Lector running in the front line. You think he'd be a really good buff troop, but he doesn't really keep other units in the fight. Of course, I did actually cut the leadership buff on him. As you see, he's just in here, just messing things up, holding up all these Tomb Guard, doing a great job. The Warrior Priest is over here applying his buffs as well, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm going to come in here and surround these Blessed Legion of Focus and charge them both sides of the Knights of the Blazing Sun. As you can see, his lord has gone after my cannons and has destroyed one, and will terrify them off momentarily. Meanwhile, I see the tank. The Steam Tank is just getting absolutely destroyed by the Sphinx of Yusuf, as you would expect. So I decided I need to get a little, I need to start pulling through my own troops and getting some disruption going on with his attacks. So as you can see, the Knights of the Blazing Sun are just coming in, doing their rear charges, insane amount of damage, just all over the place. Got Settra the Imperishable over here, getting a good charge on him, trying to do a little bit of damage on that charge. As you can see, Realm of Souls has gone off, and the enemy army is healing. So I'm going to keep on pulling my Steam Tank all around and try to keep it away from that Sphinx of Yusuf. Also going to be doing a lot of cycle charging with my Knights of the Blazing Sun. Looks like their charge is really messed up there. And he's going to summon some Shati on my greatswords, which was a great idea. I honestly would have summoned them behind, because when you summon them in, they don't get charge bonus. And I've just been throwing down spells from the Royal Fire all over the place. I brought Piercing Bolts of Burning, as well as... what's that spell called? What's that spell called? Let's go ahead and pause here. Flaming Sword of Ruin to give fire damage and extra, just extra damage all overall. So as you can see, the Arch Lector is over here. He's going to be going after Full Settra the Imperishable here. I've remounted my cannons, and the Hammer of Witches is going to continue to fire at Settra the Imperishable here. As you can see, his Tomb Scorpion as Team Scorpions are known to do, has taken no damage from the infantry fight. And unfortunately, my steam tank, I definitely didn't tell him to go attack that Sphinx of Yusuf. I think I was just trying to get him to move around and puts over here somewhere. But now he's going to get destroyed by this Team Scorpion, these halberds, and good old Sphinx of Yusuf over here. Sphinx then shoots back over here, and he's letting my cannon stay on for a surprisingly long amount of time. I would have figured he would have stayed forward over here just to stop him. But as you can see, he's going to start running over here now. Looks like right now he's more worried about the Fire Mage. And I think he should really be worried about that cannon, because wow, I just did a lot of damage to him with that volley. Alright. So I'm going to send the Knights of Blazing Sun over here, and I really want to try to finish off his spotter infantry, because y'all know one of my opinions on how to beat the King Kings is either be able to take out the spotter infantry or be able to take out the constructs, and I definitely went for a take out the infantry in this. I guess it's kind of a. It's definitely not a competitive build by no means. This army actually really sucks against the King Kings. But I gotta give it to the Arch Lector here. He is throwing down those buffs, and he will just not die. I feel like he would actually be competitive if he with his buffs was like 1,000. Like, if you want to go with a really cheap lord, he might actually be useful, but unfortunately he does cost like 1,500 with his with all his buffs, and you can't even put him on a horse with that, and I just don't feel like that's worth it. So as you can see, I kind of whittled down all his infantry here, but of course the King Kings are not known for their infantry, though I've got to say, the fact that they have unbreakable infantry makes it really good. Even the low tier infantry can really pay off. As you can see, Settra the Imperishable is almost dead here, but every time we charge into him, that Sphinx of Yusuf just does a ton of damage, and the Team Scorpion too. His animations are so abusive. I don't know what CA is thinking leaving these in the game. He like takes no damage from battle, and y'all will see that in this, just how little damage he takes over time because of his animations. So as you can see, the Arch Lector is still here, and he just keeps on getting knocking down. That's another problem with this game, is the knocking down of foot units, like foot lords and stuff. He just keeps on getting thrown around, so it's also pretty hard for them to hit the Arch Lector. As you can see, he's got some pretty good health. These Tomb Guard over here are still holding out, and now the Settra the Imperishable is going after the Hammer of the Wishes finally. And let's see, he's got 330 XP left, and he is indeed crumbling. He's going to pop a spell on us over here. Looks like he pops Usurian's Incantation of Vision. So I'm going to have my Fire Knights, Blazing Sun Knights, and the Fire Mage go hold him out, and then we're going to get another volley, and down goes Settra the Imperishable. So, as you can see, we got a ton of infantry left. We got my Lord left. The Warrior Priest got pretty beat up by the Team Scorpion in the battle, but he has come back around. We have 2 Knights of the Blazing Sun left. And I'll give you one guess as to who has the advantage in this match. Yeah, it's the Tomb Kings. This Team Scorpion is has just been fighting the whole time and taking so little damage. The same thing for this Sphinx of Yusuf. Granted, I didn't bring any guns, so that kind of is my fault. So I tried to get a charge on the Scorpion over here, and these guys, I mean, no one can attack him because he just keeps on going underground and getting away. I really, really think they should lower his... Okay, so I know they did the animations, and those require a lot of work. I don't believe that animation's going anywhere. I think they should just take the... just, like, skewer his stats. 40 melee attack and 30 melee defense. He needs to have, like, steam tank levels of melee defense. He needs to have, like, 15 melee defense just because of how abusive he can be. But I do get a good charge on him with my Team Scorpion, and look how much damage he does. Like, the fact that, like, going under the ground, that's an AoE attack. A huge AoE attack. He does so much damage with that over such a large area, so it's pretty crazy. But as you can see, they just can't get a good hit on this Arch Lector here. He does have 55 melee defense with this melee attack with his ability, so he only has 30 melee attacks. Yeah, this guy should be... Why is this guy so expensive? He should be like 1,000 all kitted out. And then maybe someone will use him every once in a while. So I think they should make like the more useless quotations lord that nobody brings a lot cheaper. Alright, so I got him trying to go after the Team Scorpion, and he just keeps on getting knocked down, so we can't really get any hits on him. And the Team Scorpion's going to come in here and start going after my Great Swords, a Great Sword from an enemy. He was going after my Knights of the Blazing Sun with his Sphinx of Yusef, but I'm just going to pull away. And my opponent's big mistake here is he could just walk over here and kill this Hammer of the Witches, but for some reason he's not. I guess he figures at this point that he just needs to go ahead and red off the rest of my infantry, and then I'll just fall to army losses. But yeah, he's just letting it go, and I think that's a really bad idea. If anything, he does have the mobility, and he can terror out and absolutely destroy my knights if they try to intercept. So I'll go straight for this and make me chase him and then come back after I destroy the cannon. But we're going to speed up here because there's going to be a little bit of dancing here. So if he's not going after my cannon, I'm like, okay. So gonna separate your Tomb Scorpion. Okay, so I'll get a good charge on that. We got a little bit of damage on that. My Arch Lector, of course, can't keep up and can't really do damage either since he's not even armor piercing. Got some infantry coming back, and as you see, we're just running around. The cannon. He won't kill the cannon. He won't kill the cannon. Why won't he kill the cannon? What's wrong with this guy? So, we got the Tomb Scorpion here and the Sphinx of Yusef. We're going to have some more cannon shots going in over here, but his leadership is gone, and he is indeed crumbling. So he's got 100 Expenio, and now he does indeed crumble to death. And there goes the Sphinx of Yusef as well. All my opponent needed to do to beat this troll build was go after that Hammer of Witches, but for some reason he decided not to. And I don't really know why. So let's look at the in-battle breakdown here. Arch Lector. Yeah, this guy, fully decked out, should be like 1,000. Same for the Warrior Priest, actually. He's too expensive as well. Why are these guys so expensive when they're shitty in melee? They take up one of your hero spaces, and they can't do anything to provide buffs, but they're too expensive, and their buffs aren't good enough to keep the Empire's infantry up. So, I think these guys need cost reductions, and I think that's what the Empire needs across the board. Like, Steam Tank, 2,200, are you kidding me? Yeah, it's unbreakable, and yeah, it has high armor, and a cannon. But, the Doom Whale is, like, simply just far superior and far cheaper. Like, far cheaper. So what the hell? Great Sword should be like 900. These guys should be a lot cheaper. Swordsmen are pretty fine. Spearmen are good. Knights of the Blazing Sun are good. And Hammer Witches is okay. I don't really like cannons in Warhammer 2. Seems like they don't get any. They have trouble hitting, but it did good. It won me the game. Alright, so let's see how he did over here. So Spearmen did pretty much nothing. He put chevrons on a lot of these guys too. These guys basically did nothing carrying. He kind of wasted them. And the Tomb Scorpion, 126 kills. As you'd expect from a Tomb Scorpion in an enemy army that doesn't have a lot of anti-large. And my army didn't have a lot of anti-large. Again, it was kind of it's just a fun army. Just a themed army. I'm going to name this game Fire and Steel. Because the steam tank and the heavy armor of the Knights of the Blazing Sun and great swords and supposedly the Warrior Priest, but he's only got 50 armor, even though it doesn't make any sense. But yeah, his Tomb Guard did pretty good, and his constructs are just so powerful. I didn't get to show it in the battle, but my my Warrior Priest actually took out that Necrotech like really fast, so that was really great. He was I enjoy using these guys, even though they're like no good. So let me go look at the Empire roster real quick for you. Custom battle. How much does this guy cost? Fully decked out. Where's the Empire? The Arch Lector. So, if we put him on a horse, ooh man, a barded horse, which is what you want him on. He's 1737, and that's even without his ability here, which would give him plus 50%. So, plus 50%, I would want to put him up to 45, and it's 210. So. Yeah, you would never take this. This, I also would never take, way too expensive. Yeah, this guy should be like 1,000, 1,200 in this state with all these buffs and on a horse. You know what, I'm going to say 1,000 because all these other lords are still probably going to be better options, except maybe the General of the Empire, because his combat ability is also, his ability to do damage rather, is really shitty. So he just needs to be there to be an anchor for the front line and really keep leadership up. Like, Benediction here, plus 8 leadership. That's really nice. I did cut it, because honestly, because I'm used to cutting it. But, I probably should have kept it on. But let's see how much it was with that. Plus 50%. Let me see. Cast chance. Why is that? I don't know. 1600. Yeah, just way too much. I think he should be like 1,000 in this state. And as for the changes I proposed to the warrior priest, his combat suck. No AP. He needs to be. Hell, he needs to be even cheaper. So he's at 1226 all decked out, which isn't too bad, but no one brings him for a reason. That's because he sucks. He needs to be like 900 or 1,000 and be an anchor for the front line. In kind of the same way that a Guerrilla Elite does, except not quite as, well, better than the Guerrilla Elite, but he would, at 900 he would be more expensive, so I think it'd be justified. But yeah, guys, just some changes thrown out there that I think need to happen to the Arch Lector and the Warrior Priest. I mean, they're in the game, they put in the work to make the models. Why don't they just do a few stat changes and price changes and, you know, make people want to use them? But that's just some thoughts from me, and same thing for the Steam Tank, by the way. But that's going to be all for this one, guys. This is JonTaun for Total Brohammer, signing out.